you just don't have.
Welcome to the Kombat AllStar Show. I am your host, Kombat AllStar.
And this is your girl, Random Girl.
And we are here today to talk about all things Kombat AllStar. But before we get started, folks, let's go ahead and I want to give a shout out first of all to Jon Snow.
Go on and give a shout out, man.
It's shout out time. Here's his name. Follow him on Twitter. He actually was really cool and got up a really good idea. And that idea was an encyclopedia for the Mortal Kombat universe. You know, there's so many characters out there in Mortal Kombat.
So many awesome characters.
So many awesome characters. With the reboot in 2011 and the new game today, I think it'd be a good idea. I personally think it would be an excellent idea.
Yeah, and just to get like the backstories on everybody, you know, like how they grew up, where they came from, why they became who they became, like I think that would be pretty awesome.
Yep. Also had a battle, a Mortal Kombat battle with another YouTuber. It was amazing and epic. Those of you who watch the show know what I'm talking about.
You kicked his butt, man.
I kicked his butt. It was close. We had a lot of matches.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
We had a lot of matches. It came down to the wire. He put one of the best competitive matches, I should say, up. And this is his name. So go check him out. He's a YouTuber as well. I put the link to the video down below if you haven't seen it on my channel already. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Get into it.
Let's talk comic books. In comic books, today I'm going to talk about The Flash. New 52 Flash, by the way. Lots been going on in it. Give you the rundown. Basically what happened is the Flash from the future, dressed all in blue, utility belts, equipment, all that, just like Batman, came back to the past, wanted to kill all the villains in that time, well, the present I should say, because he sees the influence of what these villains cause in the future, and it's pretty grim, and I think he loses Patty. So, Patty's his girlfriend, by the way, not Iris. Moving on. So he goes back to the past, kills all the villains, the real Flash slips into the Speed Force via Paradox. For all of you that don't know, the Speed Force is a world with continents and islands and all that good stuff. So he's on an island where past, present, and future meets. He gets chased down by dinosaurs. He gets shot at by Wayne Lex Corp flying bird things, and he meets people that are trying to help him to get back to his time. He ends up getting back to his time, and things have changed. So now he's trying to mend his relationship with Patty because the Flash from the future was actually pretending to be him, and it was disastrous, and it's amazing. If you haven't checked out the new 52 Flash, go and check it out. If these pictures here haven't enticed you to go check it out, I don't know what will. Jeff Johns is overseeing DC, as you all know. He oversees the animated features, he oversees the TV shows, and it's just phenomenal work. Hats off to you, Mr. Jeff Johns. I enjoy your work. You're almost as good as Dwayne McDuffie. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. What more can I say? Let's talk wrestling. So this week in wrestling, we're going to talk about TNA. And the reason why I want to talk about TNA is because I avoided talking about TNA in the other shows, and no one's really talking about TNA, and I think it kind of needs to be addressed. What's going on with TNA? They were awesome in the beginning. They were just amazing. And then, I don't know what happened. They brought in Hulk Hogan and everything. And it tore the place down. And now it's on, it lost, it was kicked out of the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida, the Universal Studios. It ended up losing a contract with Spy TV. And now it's on Destination America, a channel where it doesn't even fit or belong, and it's one of those things where it's almost like ECW. It's like when ECW was on its way out, you could see the writing on the wall. The product wasn't any good. You still had some stars sticking around, but it was just too far gone. And I feel like TNA right now is just too far gone, especially with the rise of Lucha Underground and then NXT being so great. It's a shame because they have a really good product, and they like let it slip through their fingers. You know?
They keep repeating and doing the same mistake over and over again. That's why.
And their mistake,
they don't learn from their mistakes.
Exactly. And their mistake, everybody knows it. Dixie Carter knows it. But, I mean, if you don't know it, their mistake is They hire top names and pay them a crap load of money, right? So you have people like Kurt Angle there, which is way past his prime. You have people like, you know, a lot of the old people, you know, a lot of the older people left now, so there's not many left. But at the time they had, you know, Sting, which is, you know, he's awesome. He was actually trying to help out. They had Hulk Hogan. They had Eric Bischoff.
Ric Flair for a little bit.
Ric Flair, who was getting paid like $20,000 an appearance or something insane. They had
was Kevin Nash over there?
Kevin Nash was over there. You had Scott Hall over there when they were trying to redo the NWO.
All the people over there.
It was insane. It was insane. And now they're basically, I mean, they got scraps to try to listen to people now, but I think it's too far gone. I mean, they did get some good signings with Awesome Kong and the Havoc feud, but watching those matches, they're just slow, and the people that are in the ring are just boring. I mean, you got some people that are kicking butt in there like Gail Kim, and I know they let go of Velvet Sky, let go of Bubba Ray Dudley. MVP is there, and he has his own clique, which I don't understand why MVP was. He's not a main card guy. I mean, he's not a main event guy. He was always a mid card guy. Nothing against MVP, but he can only bring a certain amount to the table. Like Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan is great for his character, and he knows how to bring that to the table, but he can't bring enough to the table to elevate a company. As great as Hulk Hogan is. The same thing with MVP. You know, as awesome as MVP is, he's a mid-card guy, and he can only bring mid-card material to TNA. And that's not a knock on MVP, like I said, but something needs to change.
And also something that I noticed is they got too many stables going on. You got freaking MVP in his stable, and then it was somebody else. I can't remember because I don't really watch TNA as much as I used to.
Yeah.
But there's too many stables going on. It's just kind of annoying.
It's very annoying. So, I mean, I didn't want to spend too much time on this, but I did want to talk about TNA. Next show, we're going to have our wrestling analyst KP show up. But this time, I didn't want to give you my thoughts on TNA. Tell me what you think about TNA. Are you still watching it? Are you still enjoying it? If you are, let me know. I know there's a lot of people on Twitter who love TNA. So, they obviously have an audience for it. But it's not a big audience. It's not an audience that's going to save them. They need to appeal to the hardcore wrestling fans. They need to get those fans back that they used to have back in the days of AJ Styles and Raka Khan and, you know, all those interesting characters and good workers.
And they're not as bad as they were about 4 years ago. I mean, like, I watched a couple of their shows on the Destination America channel, and they're not that bad. I can see them having a following, but I can't see them ever, like, rising and actually adding on more, like, a bigger audience. I just see them having an audience, but not growing anywhere.
Yeah, like a niche. Like, kind of like Ring of Honor, which is totally niche. You have to pay out the wazoo to even watch a match, so they're making good money. But TNA doesn't have a good enough product to do that, so I don't know. Watch Lucha Underground. It's the best. NXT. $9.99 for the WWE Network. NXT is awesome. Watch that. Everything else, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Let's talk video games.
Mortal Kombat is out, and man, did they not disappoint. That game is awesome. It's chock full of so much goodies. It's got challenge towers and story mode and a tower for arcade mode and a living tower that changes every hour, a tower that changes every day, a tower that changes every month. I mean, there is so much content in this game with the 3 variations and everything.
Make you want to slap your mama.
Makes you want to slap your mama, maybe. Or rip out her guts at least. So it's an amazing game. I had a lot of fun with it. I have to admit I haven't been on Twitter this week because I've been playing Mortal Kombat a lot, an unhealthy amount of time. And I played with really, really cool people too. My first matches were with X2 Twisted is his name. I guess that's how you say it. I gave him a shout at the beginning of the show. I'm not sure if it's X2 Twisted or times 2 Twisted. But really cool guy. He does all kinds of videos on YouTube. He does videos for basically gameplay videos. So go check him out. Like I said, really cool dude. He gave me my first matches and my first wins. So he posted the video up.
I beat him too. Actually, the first one. His first loss was against Random Girl. Right. RG, he lost.
All right. Well, okay. You know what? Anyway, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted.
Anyways.
Rudely. He's awesome, and he posted up a video of he and I's first match, which was my first online match. So I put the video up in the playlist so you guys can check it out. And I actually, posting it right here so you guys can see a little bit of gameplay. But yeah, game is tons of fun. Ended up playing somebody later named Infected something. Don't really remember his name. A lot of uppercase and lowercase letters and weird stuff. So dude was awesome. He mopped the floor with me. Ranks number 100 in the Mortal Kombat rankings. So he's killer. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. My favorite character is Quan Chi. We had I'm with the Brotherhood faction. We had Lin Kuei invade us. We got basically beat the crap out of because more than 50% of the Mortal Kombat community has joined up with Lin Kuei, so they're going to just keep smacking people down. I'm not sure what NetherRealm's going to do about that, but they got to do something about that because these invasions are going to be hot and heavy for everybody else, but smooth sailing for Lin Kuei. So, have you picked up the game? Do you like it? Let me know what you think. Random girl, what you think?
Like, pick it up. It's a really amazing game. Like, the characters are phenomenal. The story is freaking insane. You're gonna find yourself playing like probably 6 hours straight. Like, it's a game that you can't put down. My personal favorite character would have to be Cassie. Like, she's pretty bad. Like, she's bad. She's sexy. She's good with her gun. She has the attitude to match, and you never know what's gonna come out of her mouth. Like, she's a perfect combination of her mom and her dad, which is, what is it, Sonya Blade and Johnny Cage. Yeah. So check her out. The game is awesome. You won't be disappointed. Check it out.
My favorite is Quan Chi. Runner-up, Jackie Briggs.
Let's talk visual effects.
This week in visual effects, dun, 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 we are going to talk about another visual effects picture that is quite near and dear to my heart, Terminator. The Terminator franchise is one of my favorite franchises of all time. If you don't like it, then don't watch the show anymore. No, I'm just joking. I want everybody to watch. But Terminator is awesome, right? New movie Terminator Genisys is coming soon, and I can't wait to see it because this movie brings the series full circle. So, I mean, in the first movie, you all know Sarah Connor was being chased by Arnold Schwarzenegger, which was, the 101, and she was fighting for her life, and, we all know that movie, right? So, last movie, we had grown up John Connor, and he had, I forget what the robot's name was or whatever, but big robot dude ended up saving his life, and then he meets his father, who's a kid at the time. So this movie, the new Terminator, takes place right before and during the original movie. So we actually get to see John Connor send his father to the past, right? To actually...
That's mind-boggling. I'm confused.
Get to send his father to the past to conceive him and to start the whole, journey, right? But since everything has happened the first time one way, it's happening a different way the second time because the machines have more information this time around. If you look at it as two different, like Back to the Future, there's a 1984 and then there's an alternate 1984. So you can go back to the alternate 1984 and still be alive because you didn't exist within that timeline. You existed within the parallel 1984, right? So if you keep that in mind, it makes total sense. If you don't, you're going to be confused and mixed up.
Like me.
Yeah, like Random Girl. So I like the idea. I like how they're kind of, I don't know if they're rebooting the franchise or not, but I like the idea that they're trying to change it.
Keep it fresh.
Yeah, keeping it fresh. So they're not trying to tell the same story. I mean, they could have, did a movie that's after the last Terminator and then concluded, and at the end of the new Terminator have Kyle Reese be sent into the future and then credits roll. But they're deciding to retell the story a little bit. So I am very, very happy about the new direction they're trying to go in, and I don't know, it just looked awesome seeing both 101s, the T-101s, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger's model, if you didn't know. So seeing, the one from the previous timeline helping, Sarah Connor, and then the one from the new timeline actually going back to kill Sarah Connor. So it was really, really cool, and I can't wait to see it. It's going to be awesome. The visual effects look amazing. Of course, I have this in the visual effects section because it is going to be a visual effects frenzy. I mean, aside from Star Wars, ILM really made a name with the Terminator series, especially with the T-1000 coming through the bars, all the effects that they've done for the franchise. It's just been amazing, and I can't wait to see what they do this time around.
That was like the highest gross movie of the 80s, wasn't it? Terminator?
I believe it was one of them, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
you
it
had
was the highest.
Yeah, all kinds of stars passing through there. It was awesome.
Yeah.
What?
Plus nobody was doing that in the 80s, like, you know. And what was I say? I'm excited because the younger generations, you know, we get to reintroduce it to them and they get to see it. What we saw, what we are a fan of, they get to see that and experience that. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, and hopefully, you know, they're not replacing anybody either, like the Karate Kid, which they totally... There's some stuff you can remake for the new generation, but you do it the right way. Mm-hmm. And the story was great, but using Jaden Smith, I mean, the kid dressed up as Batman at a Kardashian wedding. So, I mean, just using better actors would be nice. But with Terminator, you ain't got to worry about that. It's going to be epically amazing, and there's going to be explosions galore.
There's going to be tons of freaking awesome visual effects movies this summer anyway. Jurassic Park, Terminator, what else? What are you doing, man?
Oh yeah, Jurassic Park, Terminator. It's going to be Avengers: Age of Ultron. It's going to be a visual effects orgasm.
It's too much for the heart.
And I'm gonna die. If I die of a heart attack in the movie theaters because I went there to see Terminator or Avengers. So beware, it might not be no more Kombat AllStar show. Just saying. I want to thank everybody out there for watching the Kombat AllStar show. It was a great time. I'm glad that we had this time together, you and I. Having fun. Talking about stuff that we love, you know. So, if you're new to the show, hit that subscribe button right there.
You better hit that button.
Go follow me on Twitter at Kombat AllStar.
You better hit that button.
Or Random Girl at Quantum VFX.
You better hit that button.
And, yeah, so hit the button and make sure you follow us. If you have any suggestions for the show, let me know. If you want me to say something, this is a show for the people. I've always said that. If you have any suggestions, let me know. If you have anything you want me to talk about for the show, if I like it, I will endorse it. I'm not going to be a puppet and endorse anything anybody tells me to, of course. But if it's a good idea, like what Jon Snow was talking about, the book there, you know, the Encyclopedia of the Mortal Kombat world, yeah.
Or if you had anything that you wanted to talk about, if you had any feedback,
yes.
Or, you know, yeah, like what comments, anything you wanted us to talk about, introduce, let us know.
I love
feedback.
All for it. I love feedback. As long as it's constructive criticism, I'm all for it. Don't be like, dude, the show sucks. Be like,
then we're going to turn around and be like, you suck.
And I'm going to smack you.
You don't want that?
You don't want that. No. You don't want that. I smack people do.
I'm just
saying. So, yeah, let us know. Talk to us. Thank you all for watching and subscribing. Thank you. And until next time, Godspeed.
Have a good one.